Toyota is going to rule the JDM world with these three returning legends. Hey everyone, welcome to the Raider Report. I'm your host Travis, bringing you the latest in Enthusiast news. Toyota has been killing it lately, not just in sales, but in the direction they're going. They are the #1 Japanese automaker by far in terms of sales, but they don't just want to be great, they want to dominate in all aspects. During the 2025 Tokyo Auto Salon, they had quite the lineup, not just of cars, but an engine too. That engine being the key to the resurrection of legends. But before we talk about those legends, let's talk about this motor, which was found in the GR Yaris M concept. It's a brand new 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, which is in a state of underdevelopment. Now, they haven't given us any info or specifics on this new engine, but let's speculate. The GR Yaris and GR Corolla both sport a 1.6-liter 3-cylinder engine, putting out as much as 300 horsepower, 100 horsepower per cylinder. So it's fair to say this new engine should be capable of at least 400 horsepower from factory, following that line of logic. Not to mention, the 3-cylinder is quite tunable and able to manage upwards of 500 horsepower. One company in Australia called PowerTune managed to squeeze out an incredible 740 horsepower with stock internals and dyno sheets to prove it. These engines are crazy capable for what they are. If they can do all that with just 3 cylinders, imagine what an extra cylinder can provide. The best part about all of this? They mounted the engine in the back of the concept. A tiny hatch with a mid-mounted engine? That just sounds like all sorts of fun. So what does all of this mean? Well, let's look at the details. Chairman Akio Toyoda mentioned the return of the three brothers. They also trademarked the name GR Celica just last month on January 15th. The first brother has been confirmed. The next sign is that GR Yaris M concept. A mid-mounted hatch? As incredibly fun as that sounds, it's not something Toyota would realistically sell. But you know what they would do? Test out that engine in a mid-mounted configuration for one of the brothers' return. Is it starting to make sense? Just last year, the concept FTSE came in the guise of an electric sports car, but it clearly had a shape indicating the powertrain would be located in the rear of the vehicle. As we know, many manufacturers are pulling back on the EV production. There's an anime series called Grip produced by Toyota. Go watch it. The first and second seasons are on Toyota's USA YouTube page. The recently released episode 1 of the third season is what I like to call foreshadowing. It's quite clear that the second brother is the MR2. Now, the third brother is a little more elusive, but also hiding in plain sight. It's no secret that the current GR Supra is coming to an end, but Toyota has already confirmed its successor, which is expected to be shown by 2027. This was revealed last year, but even back then it was rumored that the new Supra would be powered by a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine paired with a hybrid system. But back then, no such engine existed, or at least shown to the public. It's all coming together now. Toyota will be reviving 3 legends, and they will all be completely 100% Toyota. You no longer have to complain about the BMW Supra love child, for in its wake will emerge a purebred Supra from the motherland. People might not like the fact that the inline 6 is gone, but you had to let that one go. The GTR, although no longer a Skyline, had to switch it up to a V6, and what a V6 it was. But we need affordable and fun sports cars. If those 4 cylinders can produce 400 plus horsepower, add a hybrid system onto it, and we can possibly see a 450 to 500 horsepower Supra. Not to mention the tunability that could potentially come with it. I think Toyota's on the right track. The amount of fun cars they have developed lately is kind of crazy when you think about it. Hopefully, this helps inspire other Japanese automakers because we are seriously wanting for new fun sports cars. Fun cars in general are a dying breed, and our next story talks about this one configuration being the last of its kind. In a time where things were much more simpler, our options were plentiful. We had quite the pick of the fun family cars. 4 doors with seating for 5, big V8 up front to haul ass, sending the power to the rear wheels through a solid manual gearbox. Such a simple recipe, but it ticked all the right boxes. What if I told you that there's only one vehicle that offers all those options? You'd probably call me a liar. But you'd be wrong, as there is only one vehicle offering V8 power in rear-wheel drive format with a manual gearbox that can comfortably seat 5 adults. That vehicle being the Cadillac CT5V Blackwing. A beast of a car that is probably one of my all-time favorite sedans. 6.2-liter supercharged V8, 668 horsepower, 659 pound-feet of torque, 6-speed manual, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. The amount of sixes on this car is ridiculous. So, where do all the competition go? They've all gone to 8-speed or 10-speed automatics. The M5, 8-speed. Everything else for 2025 is either discontinued, automatic, or all-wheel drive. The only other challenger was the Dodge Charger, but that has been discontinued for 2025. To think back in the day, you had multiple BMW 5 Series or the M5, Chevy SS, the Dodge Charger, E90 M3, and the old CTSVs. I'm sure I'm missing at least one or two, but what has happened to the automotive world? Where are all of our options going? As a matter of fact, V8 and rear-wheel drive configurations are following the same fate. Never mind it being a sedan and manual, everything is moving to smaller, more efficient engines, while supercars and hypercars are hogging all the V8 fun with an ever-increasing price tag. The future of V8s looks dim. Let's hope Cadillac, Lexus with the IS500, and the Ford Mustangs can carry the weight of the dying V8. Back in the 1990s, Cosworth was well known in the rally world. It is where I was first introduced to them, and I have always associated them with rally performance, but they are so much more than that. Established in 1958, they have always been about high-performance engines, and not just in rally racing, but also in F1. They were also well known in Group A racing, so it's no surprise that many hypercars turned to Cosworth for development of their engines. I'm talking top-of-the-line models. The Aston Martin Valkyrie's 6.5-liter V12, the Gordon Murray T50 and T33's 3.9-liter V12, the new Bizzarini Giotto's V12, a 4.5-liter V10 for the upcoming Red Bull RB17, and the Bugatti Tourbillon's outrageous 8.3-liter V16. A very prominent list of the highest performing cars of today. But how did they get here? Cosworth is what you'd call tried and true. They have continuously provided results in every aspect of racing, where all of our fun cars stem from. Cosworth has become more than just a powerhouse, but can now be considered the holy grail of engines. It's incredible to see, really. I remember the Ford Escort RS Cosworth, my introduction to the company. I thought nothing of the Ford Escort, as I was wrapped up in the Subaru and Mitsubishi rivalry. But when I did start to pay attention, I began to notice just how capable it was. The company isn't often in the limelight, but has been a part of the backbone to many race teams. They have elevated themselves throughout the years, consistently pumping out more powerful and more efficient engines, to the point where they are the go-to for anything bespoke. A true success story in the enthusiast world that everyone should admire. What do you guys think? Leave your comment in the section below and let's talk about it. That's all today for the Radio Report. Be sure to check out last week's video and subscribe to stay updated for the latest enthusiast news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.